There's a new social media app in town. Should you pay attention to it? Should you even download it? How's it different? And most importantly, what's it going to do for you and your business? These quick cast episodes are designed so that you can dive right into the world of social media, what's happening right now, trends that are working, and strategies that we're seeing success with. Let's dive into today's episode. Welcome back to this week's Rocky Mountain Marketing Quickcast episode. When I started this podcast 4 years ago, when the world was shut down in April of 2020, when we were all given the gift of time, I sat there in my basement and I said, if I start a podcast, something I've always wanted to do, am I going to have enough things to talk about every week? I'm going to run out of content. Well, not only have I been going for 4 years strong, I do 2 episodes a week now because there is that much in the world of social media that is evolving and changing every single day. And this week, we're going to talk about a new social media app that is taking the world kind of by storm. It is a new app called AirChat. When this app first came out, actually, when I first got the invite to join this very exclusive app, I said to myself, oh man, is this Clubhouse 2.0? And it's pretty darn similar. So if this sounds a little bit familiar, it's because it is. And AirChat has nothing to do with Apple products. Yes, when it first came out, I thought it was an Apple product, maybe along the Apple AirTags or AirPods, whatever. AirChat is not affiliated with Apple in any way. It's just a audio first social media platform that has been launched by an angel investor and the former CPO of Tinder. And this is not a dating app, but it is very similar to Clubhouse. So AirChat is an invite-only social media app that is audio first, and it's designed to kind of replicate X, formerly known as Twitter, a little bit. So this platform's a little bit different, where with most of our social media platforms right now, they're video first or text-based content. With AirChat, it's kind of a combination of audio and text. So the way that AirChat is created, it's actually kind of a revolutionary concept where I think that Clubhouse missed the mark just a little bit because it's designed to have the opportunity for people to speak exactly what's on their mind and not have to get both thumbs going to say what's on their mind. They can speak it, but as they're speaking, it is transcribing it into a text-based thread so that people like yours truly, who typically have little kids running around, I have the sound off most of the time. I can still read everything on AirChat and check it out, or I could listen to it. And really, if you're a regular listener of Rocky Mountain Marketing, you know how I value the power of audio, the power of sound. I believe that when you hear someone speak, you can hear if someone is reading something off of a computer screen. You can tell if someone's getting excited, their voice goes up an octave, or if they're pretty bored. So that really combines the power of text and audio in real-time formatting. So again, with how AirChat works, it's basically like Twitter, but it uses AI to transcribe your voice notes into text. It really creates a feed that blends written content and audio content into a seamless experience for the user. Okay, so how do you actually use this app? Essentially, you just press the little center button like you were recording a voice note, and you speak what's on your mind. You speak what you have to say, and the AI translation tool translates it, writes it out for you in real time, and adds it into the feed. And if you want to comment on somebody's voice note, you can do the same thing. You can type it or you can speak it. Gone are the days of actually having to get both thumbs going and leave a comment on somebody's post. And one of the cool things about the feed is that it is a combination of audio and written word in the feed. So the feed allows you to have an immersive experience where you can just go ahead and passively scroll and read, or you can listen to what everyone has to say as you scroll the feed. It's very similar to Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. You just scroll from bottom up and you can see the new voice notes and text snippets in your feed. You also have the option for direct messaging in it. You can send a direct message voice note. You can send a direct message text to your followers. The thing that's a little bit different about AirChat versus Clubhouse, well, and this is how Clubhouse, if for those of you that are still on Clubhouse, yes, it is still around, just like MySpace is still around, but it's not being used as much as it was when it first was launched. And when Clubhouse first was launched, we were seeing a lot of people joining rooms. There was rooms with hundreds of people in them listening to a conversation. And with AirChat, you still have the opportunity to have people listen to what it is that you have to say, but it is more of a, here's what I have to say, and here's the replies. AirChat also, with the feed, it allows you that opportunity to have that seamless, hands-free sort of experience. So you can listen and engage with AirChat similar to how you would a podcast. You can listen to a longer voice note that feels like a podcast. You can listen to a shorter voice note that might just be, hey, here's my 2 cents, and then here's all of the comments that have to go along with it.
Hey there, Rocky Mountain marketing fans. This is Rich Brooks of the Agents of Change. If you're like me, you're a big fan of Katie Brinkley, which is why I asked her to be part of our first ever Digital Marketing Summit. That's right. I've corralled 30 of today's top digital marketers to present at this virtual event running from April 24th through the 26th, and it's absolutely free to attend. You can watch all 30 sessions live, but if you really want to up your marketing game, be sure to check out our 2 VIP packages. Head on over to theagentsofchange.com/Katie Brinkley 2024 and reserve your spot now. I'll see you at the summit.
What do I think about this? So AirChat, I think right now is kind of just a waste of time. And this is where, I mean, I spent a lot of time on Clubhouse back in the early days of Clubhouse. I mean, I amassed over 100,000 followers on the app, and now I don't even think it's on my phone anymore. I'd have to check. But this is where, with these platforms, you have to make sure that it is worth the time that you have to not just create the content, but to actively engage with the audience over there. If you don't have the time for it, then I don't really think that it's worth the investment to even download it. However, that being said, there's a lot of people who have disabilities who are really enjoying AirChat. I opened up the AirChat feed the other day and I saw somebody at the very top of my feed, nobody I know, said, as someone who has muscular dystrophy, I absolutely love this app because I can speak to engage with an audience. So this is where, based on what it is that you have the time for, the capacity for, maybe the disabilities of your audience, maybe it is worth your time. I think that there's a lot of innovative features for AirChat. The real-time transcription and the AI integration for voice and transcription is pretty revolutionary, but I feel like right now it's still an invite-only platform. There's not a ton of people on it. If you really want to try and be the AirChat expert, go all in right now because there's not a ton of people on it. Everyone's kind of navigating this new platform. So go ahead, check it out, see if it's worth your time. And if you want to be an expert on it, then now's a good time because there is a limited user base. Another cause for concern is that there's not a ton of moderation on it, but that being said, free speech here in the United States. So if you have something that you want to say and so it's interesting, the Colorado Avalanche are in the Stanley Cup playoffs right now, and someone posted in one Facebook group that they'd been banned from another Avalanche fan Facebook group because they didn't say very nice things about the Colorado Avalanche goalie. And he was upset over it. Places like AirChat, there's not very much moderation. You're not going to be getting kicked out of groups or having your content taken down. And then another reason why I'm not really investing a ton of time over on this app is because I see X, they already have an audio feature. We already see audio features on LinkedIn audio rooms. We're already seeing audio features over on Instagram in the DMs. You can send voice notes to people. I think that a lot of these more established platforms already have an audio feature, doesn't have that instant AI integration for text like AirChat does, but some of these bigger guys, it's just a matter of time, I feel. So overall, AirChat, newest social media kid on the block. Is it worth your time? I think let's give it a wait and see approach, but I'm not investing a ton of my time over there. But this is where, for you and your social media strategy, there's new kid on the block, depending on your audience and the capacity that you have for investing the time in a new app. Maybe it is worth you going and welcoming the new social media kid on the block with open arms. Thanks so much for listening to this week's episode of Rocky Mountain Marketing. I hope you're leaving with valuable insights and the inspiration to lead your market. If you've enjoyed our time together and found today's podcast episode useful, I have a small favor to ask of you. Please hit that subscribe button to stay updated with the latest episodes. And if you know someone who could benefit from these episodes, maybe a fellow business leader or an aspiring entrepreneur, go ahead and share this episode with them. Let's spread the knowledge and grow together. Also, I'd love to hear from you and continue the conversation beyond the podcast. Visit me at katiebrinkley.com to connect, to find more resources, or just to share your journey. And be sure to pick up your copy of my new book, The Social Shift, at katiebrinkley.com/book. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Katie Brinkley, and I can't wait to dive into more strategies and stories with you on the next episode of Rocky Mountain Marketing. Let's keep on taking your marketing to new heights.